Hi, I'm James from Mostly Helpful, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a filter replacement on this, a Dyson DC19. Let's get to it. Now the Dyson DC19 is actually quite an old Dyson, and in fact I found the other day the receipt from when my wife bought this back in 2007, paying £160. But it's been beautifully reliable, but one thing I've really noticed is that I've got to the point now where my filters are getting really bad and I need to replace them. So I've been out and I've bought myself genuine Dyson filters. This machine, even though it's 15, 16 years old, is still being supported by Dyson with spare parts. And today I'm going to show you where they go and how to fit them. So let's get straight on with that. If you own a DC19, you're almost certainly familiar with the mechanism for removing the canister, but if you've just bought one second hand, then all you do is press here and just lift that canister off like that. That's how you take it off and get it emptied. And then there's lots of information from Dyson in this area about how to remove this back piece and access the main pre-filter, which is the one everyone is no doubt familiar with and the one that you're expected to wash on a 6-monthly basis. As you can see here, this one is rather dirty, although I do wash it on a probably monthly basis because it does get used a lot, this, for both inside and cleaning cars and that kind of thing. That is how to remove the filter. The new filter, which again, a genuine Dyson product, they've changed the design slightly. And so instead of being a 2-piece unit, it's now just a single piece. So you pull out the actual filter and the filter carrier, the yellow piece here, and directly replace it with that one unit. Same thing though, all totally washable, perfect fit. And then we just close up that lid and that is our pre-filter changed. There is, however, also a second filter in a Dyson DC19, and I'm sure in many other Dysons too. Now, the filter we've just changed is the filter that filters the air before that air goes through the motor. So when the motor is pulling air in through the canister, it goes through that filter, then into the motor, and that air is ejected out of this exhaust here, and that goes through a filter that's down here. Now, this filter isn't one that's typically replaced, and certainly not one I've ever washed. And if we pull it out, you can see that it's in a pretty terrible state, I suspect, yes. And it picks up the very last of the debris before it gets ejected into the room. And that is a filter I've never changed on this machine. And so since 2007, that's been in there. Again, Dyson sell a part. This one though wasn't available direct on Dyson's website, so I've bought this third part from an aftermarket seller on eBay, but it's a genuine component and it should go straight in there. So let's get to that. So just comparing old with new, we've got the sort of woolly, meshy side on the back and then more of a material filter side on that front piece. So what we need to do is just put that in like that. Now, I am going to hoover that out because I've noticed there's a lot of debris in there, and I think, again, it would be great to get rid of that. That now done, hoovering a Dyson with a Dyson, we then just put our filter in here, return with our kind of filter guide, I suppose. Making sure we got the orientation correct, which I have, and then it's just a case of putting this cover back. Now I know from past experience that this cover's a bit fiddly. You sort of have to push the front nose of it in first and wiggle it around a little bit. But there we go, we are now inserted. And then it's just a case of putting that canister back on there. And there we go. I'm going to keep this filter as a spare, just in case anything happens to the one that's in there. This, I'll probably just keep it as well and keep it all in the same box. But there we go. That's a nice simple job replacing the filters on a DC19. So guys, I hope you liked that video. If you did, let me know. Do hit me a like and please do consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me and I look forward to coming to you in a new video very soon. Thanks and goodbye.